Today on Old School Rules, we're taking a in-depth look at the Blackmoor Dungeon from the First Fantasy campaign product put out by Judges Guild. Hope you enjoy today's video. I'm AZ Mountaineer. This is our channel, Old School Rules, a place for everyone that loves classic RPGs and anyone who'd like to learn more about them. This is the first in a series of videos I'm going to take a really in-depth look at some of the material that was provided in this product called the First Fantasy campaign. These are Dave Arneson's notes and concepts from the early days of his campaign, some of which maybe even predate the original D&D rules. Hope you enjoy today's video. As noted, we're going to be taking a look at the specific information in here that is focused on the dungeon, the original, at least what's left of or remains to us of the original dungeon from Dave Arneson's Blackmoor Castle and Dungeon. If you take a look here, I want to just show you the way they annotated this adventure in the early days, right? They give you the level, and it just says like room 1, 14 spiders, armor class is 2, 18 hits to kill, or in other words, 18 hit points. Those are pretty tough spiders. That's it. That's what's in there. Next room, empty. Next room, 1,000 silver pieces, 4,000 gold pieces, gems, a polymorph self potion, and 6 bodies. Like there's no description of the room written out in a box text. There's no lengthy explanation of what's there. And as you look on here, several of these are actually empty. And so this is going to be an in-depth look at these dungeons. So again, if you're here for that, then you're in the right place. But if that's a lot of detail for you, you might not enjoy it. But we're going to take a look really here, one little piece at a time, if that makes sense. This is a look at the first level. But let me go back to Dave's summary here about his dungeons. The dungeon was first established in the winter and spring of 1970-1971. It grew from there. Over the years, there have been many changes in the layout and makeup of the dungeon. The maps we have here comprise the ones used over the first 5 years. So he's telling us these are the original drawings for his dungeon. And these were also used at various conventions around the country over the last couple of years. Remember, this is produced in 1977. The maps have been marked to designate secret passages. He goes, I knew where they were, but of course have to mark them for other people. Stairs shown here are always circular. That's the way he did his stairs. He said that's important to know because sometimes the stairs keep going past one level down to a deeper level with no outlet in between. Typically, it'll be 20 to 30 feet between levels in this dungeon. Any crossed hatch sections, pits or fire pits, are deep flue-like chimneys that go into the deepest region of the dungeon and connect with great lava pits beneath the castle, down on level 25. Travel down is difficult, parentheses, actually impossible, but I encourage players to try everything, due to the fumes and the heat. There's a low railing 2 to 3 feet high around each of the pits, and several are set with religious images. Round black dots, black squares designate devil fountains. These are made of black glass-like material with ruby eyes, gold horns, silver accoutrements, and spew sulfuric acid. Attempts to molest them will cause the entire area to collapse in ruin. They are highly magical, and most creatures will not approach them and will give warnings of the collapse to the tunnel area, causing great howling sounds and earth tremors to warn the party. The castle itself is still blank since it has been destroyed twice and rebuilt, and has most recently been taken over by non-player elves when the local adventurers from his campaign were exiled. There are no sheets or goodies for it, only a sketch of the appearance. The cavern sheet of encounters is also lost, at least the first ones. The new ones are what we're using now. So for these deletions, I apologize. So we have the maps, as I read his note, but we don't have the original sort of key or encounters that were in here. Let me pause here and just show you the drawing he mentioned about the castle. So here is his sort of, as he said, blank sketch drawing of what castle, Blackmoor Castle, looks like. You can see on the right top, first floor, second floor, third floor, and then the tower sort of goes on up, and there's a basement level, and that's it. And so from there, obviously, you get down into the dungeon that's underneath. Okay, back to his story. The first 6 levels of encounters were prepared for the last 2 years for convention games. They use official D&D information. The 7th and 9th tunnel and cavern system are original ones used in our game. Additional crazy characters that got into the game over the years have been the Orcian Way and Sir Fang the Vampire. The Orcian Way is a great glowing stairway with orc music, Rule Britannia played backwards. It goes directly from the 1st to the 10th level magically, although the players seem to be walking down an endless stairway. Upon entering the stairs of orcs, ghouls, wraiths, and balrogs at the bottom will be warned that you approach, and they'll be ready. If too strong of an exhibition is descending, the stairs will go on forever with no way out. If weak, the orcs and company will attack and try to take everyone prisoner and sacrifice them during a great feast. There are 2 balrogs, 6 wraiths, 200 ghouls, 50 ogres, and 750 orcs waiting at the bottom. That is all that is left of King Funk's orc grand army that overtook Blackmoor. And if you read through his history that's in here, he talks about various battles in their home campaign where people lived in different places and maybe got overrun by evil people, etc. Should the players ascend the stairway, they reach the top at about 250 feet, where the stairs end in a small 10 by 10 room. In the ceiling of the room is a trap door. You open the trap door, all you see is the sky, and what is apparently a small 3 by 3 platform with a 1-foot tall wall around it. When the players reach the platform, they seemingly continue to go on through the trapdoor and vanish if you're down below. But actually, those that are passing through the trapdoor find the entire structure, the trapdoor, the platforms, and the dungeon is vanishing, and they begin to fall towards Blackmoor Bay, somewhere between 5 and 100 feet below. Any rope that was holding them is broken, and they will hit the water. Doesn't seem entirely fair, does it? And then you'll have to try and avoid drowning. And so he says what he does is he says, as you begin to fall towards the water, what do you do? And he gives people a chance to begin stripping off their armor. When you hit the water, there's a chance there's a giant kraken in there that will add additional problems to what comes next as well. And then he says the Orcian Way is marked by a great bronze tablet that says Orcian Way, Orc Public Works, erected by Funk the First, King of all Orcs. It glows in the dark and is inscribed in the common tongue so everyone can read it. Once you're on the Orcian Way, the only way out is the trapdoor or fighting your way through the orcs at the 10th level. It has nailed many a party. It's now, of course, to my party, well known and avoided. And then Sir Fang, a 9th level fighter, I guess run by Dave Font, fell prey to a vampire and didn't get away. He's now a vampire times 5 in value, very strong, interpreted as traditional Slavic vampire, not a Hollywood vampire. He goes out in sunlight, does not have to be in his coffin by dawn, etc. He can charm at 5 times strength, can use a saving throw versus crosses. Among other things, he has control of all the dungeon rats, which can be summoned by the thousands. My practice is to warn players by giving them about 10 turns where the number of rats watching them builds up considerably before the encounter with a vampire occurs. If they're not smart enough to flee back towards the local great hall or escape into the depths of the dungeon, then you're going to end up confronting Fang. He also has a vampire ogre who's double the strength of a normal ogre, and 2 vampire dwarves. He's studying to be an illusionist. He's a 3rd level illusionist. Remember, he's also a fighter, and a 2nd level magic user and anti-cleric. His presence on the upper levels is well known. And finally, the elves. After the second destruction of Blackmoor Castle, the elves were made responsible for the care and protection of the area and defenses. Our elf player took a number of steps to do this. They set up barricades at the foot of the hill that lead to the castle, forcing people to go through a test of purity, including drinking holy water so they get rid of any vampires or other nefarious people coming along. If you get through that, would-be adventurers enter the castle where the elves have set up a great fair that fills the courtyard. Hundreds of fabulous deals and some shady deals as well. This lets the referee wheel and deal with the players to empty their purses and make them wonder what's going on. There are now turnstiles leading into the dungeon, 1 gold piece to be for admission price, and you can take an elven tour. You can also sign the adventurer's book, which gets you a genuine I visited Blackmoor Dungeon button when you come out, assuming you survive. And then each of the regular exits and entrances from the dungeon are heavily guarded by elves armed with holy water and other anti-evil charms, plus an elven prince, 2 elven lords. So if you reach a door and you're still good, the pursuit will break off because the elves will let you through and the other people will not be allowed past. All right. All dungeon levels and castle plans are in scale with each other, so you can be, in theory, superimposed. The cavern and tunnel maps on a larger scale, where they enter the dungeons marked on the cavern and tunnel maps as well as the dungeon itself. Details on room, cavern shapes, and tunnel cave systems have been misplaced. All right. Okay, so now for a little bit of history. Having gone over my records, the surest indication is that the point values given in the first edition of Chainmail were the basis for my system. He's talking about monsters. Exceptions occurred due to the addition of new creatures beyond those that were in Chainmail, and then I had to make some changes. Here's what I came up with. Group 1 type creatures: Balrogs, dragons, elementals, ints, giants, true trolls, and wraiths. Group 2, lycanthropes, heroes, superheroes, rocks, trolls, ogres, and ghouls. And Group 3 monsters were orcs, elves, dwarves, gnomes, kobolds, goblins, elves again, fairies, sprites, pixies, and hobbits. Then I had a consideration about the frequency of rooms occupied in a dungeon. On the first level, it was 1 in 6 would be occupied. On the third level, 1 in 3. And then after 6th level, it was 1 in 2, or 50% chance for a room to be occupied. The number of what he calls protection points to be found in any room also increased with the depth of the dungeon. So on first level, dice throws were 10-sided dice, 5 points. Second level, 15 points. Third level, 15 points. Fourth level, 25 points. Fifth level, 35 points. Sixth level, 40 points. Seventh level, 50 points. And so this is an example of Dave Arneson's being very creative but not very clear. I have no idea what he's talking about. He has this idea of magic protection points. He tells you what they are, tells you sort of how many could be found on a level. I have no idea what you do with them. In any event, certain variations were added by organizing home bases for orc tribes and treasure troves. These were arrived at by drawing up special lists of events and using the dice to determine what level they were located on. Thus, an upper level would occasionally have quite powerful encounters by random, and I would examine the level in which the items were located to find what I felt to be the best level in which to locate the treasure. The grouping of monsters were level 1 for first and second levels, level 3 creatures for third and fourth levels, and there was always a 1 in 6 chance that a higher, stronger creature was present in any room. And if you listen to that and you go back and listen to what I said just above, it sounds like he's right there. He's already flipping that, right? Because his group 1 creatures were the toughest, and here he says I put group 1 creatures on first level, and then group 3 level creatures, which are the weakest, on third and fourth level, which seems totally backwards from what anybody understood about how dungeons got tougher as you went down. In any event, so that's kind of his background. All right, so now I'm going to give you information. Again, if you're interested, stick around. We're going to talk very specifically about the dungeons and what you could find on each of the dungeons. And I'll get myself out of the way, let you guys just kind of focus in on that. So here's dungeon level 1, and you see lots of passageways, some collapsed areas, staircases, dead ends. You know, you could sort of search endlessly for secret doors, all that kind of stuff, and a few numbered encounters. Again, you see the Orcian Way at the top there on the north-south running passageway, which you would definitely not want to go into. And then you come around the corner and you've got room 1, that's 14 spiders, which are pretty tough, 18 hit points each. For a first level, that seems tough. You come around 2, that's empty, and then we'll come back to 9, which is right there. I'm going kind of counterclockwise. Room 3 just has treasure in it, no encounter whatsoever. And then we move all the way down to the southeast. We get room 4, has 16 goblins with 2 hit points apiece. Room 5, empty. Room 6, 8 spiders with 17 hit points each. These spiders down here, man, are tough stuff. Room 7, now look at 7, not particularly big, 32 kobolds. You could do something interesting there with the different passageways, I suppose. Room 8, again, empty. And then we go back up to the top where you get to that weird looking area called 9, and even though you don't see any letters on there, he has them labeled A, B, C, D, E, and F. So it's, again, in terms of design and publication, it's not really clear what he's talking about, but 3 of those are empty. 1 has 7 spiders in it with 7 hit points. 1 has 2,400 gold pieces and 40 goblins, each with 1 hit point. And then another room has 600 gold pieces with 20 goblins. Each of them has 4 hit points. And then in terms of possible wandering monsters, we have Sir Fang, that's the killer vampire. Some bandits, a group of 12 bandits running around down here, which would have 3 hit points each. And a wraith could be running around down here, an undead creature. So that's our look at level 1. Let's take a look at level 2 of the Blackmoor Dungeon. And again, you see a lot of passageways, not as many empty spots down here, right? And so we'll start at the top with room number 1, empty. Room 2 is a treasure room, 10 magic arrows, a diminution potion, and 3 conjurers. I guess those are going to be evil magic users, which 3 hit points. One has 3 hit points, another one has 3 hit points, and one has 6 hit points. So for second level, not that tough of an encounter. Room 3, empty. Here's the chamber in room 4. Looks like maybe there's some kind of pool there. No comments about that at all. Some treasure you can find. Jewels, ring of protection, ring of spell storing, and ring of spell turning. That's pretty powerful magic items located there on the second level of this dungeon. Level 5, empty. Level 6, 3 jewels. 1 is a crystal ball. Also, 24 zombies with 6 hit points apiece, and randomly 6 orcs hanging out with these zombies, 4 hit points apiece. Room 7, treasure room, copper, silver, 2,000 gold pieces, 600 silver pieces, 250 copper pieces, 2,000 gold pieces, 9 gems, armor and shield +1, and some more spiders. These have 33 hit points apiece. There are 5 of them. Room 8, 30 skeletons guarding 1,000 gold pieces, 1,000 silver pieces. These skeletons have 6 hit points each, and they're pretty tough. Room 9, empty. Room 10, empty. Room 11, 225 gold pieces. That's it. 12, there's actually nothing in 12, 13, 14, 15, but in the notes, he sticks an asterisk there, which I guess refers back up to room 7, which is where he has the spiders. And then he talks about protection from evil, 10-foot radius, 2,000 copper pieces, 27,000 gold pieces, 20 jewels, potion of invisibility and speed, reincarnation, 9,500 silver pieces, 27 gems, sword +1, +2 versus lawful, maybe. It says LGT, I think. Scroll of 2 spells, protection from lycanthropy, protection from undead, boots of levitation, 4,000 gold pieces, white hand, speed potion, ring of weakness, and then 18 orcs, armor class 6, 4 hit points each. Again, it's, I think, because there's an asterisk next to the word spiders, that these orcs end up coming into room 7, but this is part of, again, Dave, amazingly creative, but sometimes the way he writes stuff up, he really needed someone who was an editor to work with him and translate that to help what he knew in his brain be shared with everybody else. So anyway, room 16, which is the last room on level 12, has 24 jewels and 12 centipedes, 2 hit points each. And then he's got his wandering monsters. Could be 30 centipedes, 12 hit points each, 11 spiders with 33 hit points each, 24 centipedes with 2 hit points each, or 10 gnolls with 6 hit points each. And I recently did a video on Janelle Jaquet's design of the Dark Tower, and there she was very clear. If you encounter a wandering monster, it's a monster from this level that happens to be wandering away from its lair. You can't encounter it again. Here, this is very old school. Who knows where these centipede spiders or gnolls came from? Not this level. And just because you encounter them here doesn't mean you won't encounter them in another room where they're labeled, right? Because if they're labeled in a room, they're just kind of sitting there waiting for the party to show up. Okay, level 3. Room, you see little drawings here. There's some sections that are separated from other parts of the dungeon. So now you get something really complicated where mapping becomes particularly important. Room 1 has 750 silver pieces, 3,000 gold pieces, 200 copper pieces, a gem. It says 3, 1, 3, and then 2-1 conjurers. Okay, so here's the third level. And you see that now mapping is particularly important because some of these parts of this level don't even connect to anything else on this level. Starting in the top left with room 1, 750 silver pieces, 3,000 gold pieces, 200 copper pieces, a gem, 3 conjurers with 9 hit points, 8 hit points, and 7 hit points, one of which has a staff of negation, a scroll with 2 spells, with 3 spells, and protection from undead. Room 2 is going to have 8,000 silver pieces, 6,000 gold pieces, tons of coins, right? 4 gems, a shield plus 3, and then project image, read languages, polymorph, transmit rock to mud. I guess that means there's a scroll, although that's not exactly the way he wrote it out. So again, some complications with the notes. Didn't have a good editor to flag stuff like that and clarify it. Room 3 is empty. Room 4 is titled Mel's Room, Golden Statue of a Boa. Mel's Room has 30 zombies, 8 hit points each. Room 5, 6 jewels, sword plus 1, armor, shield plus 1, a scroll, a detect magic, and sleep. Room 6 is empty. Room 7 is empty. Room 8 is empty. Room 9, 7 jewels. The ghost room, scroll protection from elementals, locate object, and there's there's 5 specters here with 21 hit points each. Room 10, 4,000 silver pieces, 2,000 gold pieces, 3 giant toads with 29 hit points each. Room 11, 21 elves. Room 12, that's it. That's nothing else to them. Room 12, 12,000 gold pieces, 6 jewels, map to 2 magic items, a scroll of clairaudience, a wand of polymorph, 3 Thurgitists, which are a type of magic user, 8 hit points, 10 hit points, and 6 hit points. Room 13, 23 toads, 18 hit points each. That's it. Room 14, 5 jewels. Room 15, 500 copper pieces, 1,200 silver pieces, 3,000 gold pieces, 2 gems, and a girdle of giant strength, 6 magic arrows, and a Theurgitist, which is a magic user, 12 hit points. Room 16 is empty. Room 17, 3,000 gold pieces. Potion of treasure finding, a potion of a protection from elementals. 11 warriors, armor class 1, 4 hit points. Armor class 2, 2 hit points. Armor class 3, 2 hit points. Armor class 4, 5 hit points. Armor class 5, 6 hit points. Armor class 6, 10 hit points. Armor class 5, 2 hit points. Armor class 3, 8 hit points. Armor class 3, 7 hit points. Armor class 2, 8 hit points. Armor class 3, 12 hit points. Room 18, 3 magicians. 5 hit points, 9 hit points, 10 hit points. And then we've got wandering monsters for this level. 15 giant snakes with 33 hit points each. 3 magic users, 9 hit points, 5 hit points, 10 hit points. Magic user, 7 hit points, 9 hit points, 9 hit points. And 10 gnolls. Again, wandering gnolls who don't seem to live anywhere. Okay, let's take a look at level 4. Room number 1, empty. Room number 2, 13 swashbucklers. It calls them the Stone Guard. Room 3 is empty. Room 4, an ochre jelly, 22 hit points. Room 5, 2,000 copper pieces, 12 specters, 16 hit points. Room 6, 13,000 gold pieces. Room 7, empty. Room 8, 1,000 gold pieces, 5 ogres with 9 hit points each. Room 9, 4,000 gold pieces, 74 heroes, 74, 12 hit points each. That seems an insane amount of heroes. Room 10, 2,000 gold pieces, 3 swashbucklers with 14 hit points each. Room 11, 4 whites, 16 hit points each. Room 12, 6 gems, 15 whites with 11 hit points each. Room 13, 1,000 gold pieces, 1,000 copper pieces, whites with 15 hit points each. That's 2 whites. Room 14, 9 gems, 4 jewels, a potion of diminution, 23,000 gold pieces, a sword +3, a sword -2, cursed, and 14 giant scorpions with 7 hit points each, and a scroll with spells, cure light wounds, knock, plant growth, hold person, conjure elemental, or control elemental, control weather, and levitation. Room 15, 11,000 silver pieces, 7 gems, and 5 myrmidons, armor class 2. Room 16, empty. Room 17, empty. Wandering monsters, an ogre jelly, a magician, giant beetles with 21 hit points, 11 giant beetles with 21 hit points each, or 7 wraiths with 15 hit points each. And then there's this map of level 4 below Blackmoor Castle. Solid lines are tunnels. And you see he labels like the cemetery, the inn. I really could not make heads or tails of this drawing or map. It's totally unclear to me what those numbered items are. There are too many numbers for him to be referencing rooms on level 4. If he's referencing places on the town of Blackmoor, the relative location of the different numbered homes or buildings does not make any sense. And so I don't know if it's supposed to be symbolic. I thought it was supposed to be to scale. In any event, he doesn't make any comment on it, so I will share it with you. Again, another example of, if he had a good editor, that person would have said, what is this? Let's make it make sense. But he didn't. All right, 5th level, nothing. In room 1. Room 2, burial vault, 3,000 gold pieces, 18 whites, 4 hit points. Room 3, 1,200 silver pieces, 325 copper pieces, 3,000 gold pieces, 4 jewels, 7 gems, and 4 magicians with 14 hit points, 9 hit points, 16 hit points, and 8 hit points. Room 4, 4 lycanthropes, which I assume are werewolves, 22 hit points. Room 5, 5 giant weasels, 32 hit points each. Room 6, 1,500 silver pieces, 1,000 copper pieces, 28 gold pieces, 5 jewels, 13 gems, scroll of protection from elementals, 7 swashbucklers with 19 hit points each, one of whom has armor +1 and a shield +1. Room 7, 10 heroes, 11 hit points each. Room 8, 16 giant snakes, 28 hit points each. Again, it does seem like there were some pretty tough encounters on the first couple levels of this dungeon. Room 9, nothing. Room 10, nothing. Room 11, 2 wizards, 18 hit points and 9 hit points. These are thaumaturgists, technically. 32 dwarves with 4 hit points each are in room 12. Room 13, 28 dwarves with 1 hit point each. Room 14, 3 giant hogs with 17 hit points each. Room 15, 750 copper pieces, 1,200 silver pieces, 2,800 gold pieces, 5 gems, 5 jewels, a sword +3, and protection from magic. 2 magicians are here with 10 hit points and 6 hit points. Room 16 has 6 jewels, 18 gems, and 10 giant scorpions with 15 hit points each. Room 17, 1,000 gold pieces, a sword +1, a shield +1, and 6 gems. And room 18, 2,000 gold pieces, an evil area, 2 permanent, 20 wishes. I have no idea exactly what that means. 2 permanent, 20 wishes. Your guess is as good as mine as to what he's trying to say about that. Wandering monsters, we have 20 gargoyles. We're just roaming around together with 17 hit points each. 4 giant snakes, 28 hit points each, or 2 thaumaturgists with 6 hit points and 15 hit points. Those are clearly by no means equal strength encounters. And again, we've got this map. Solid lines or tunnels. No idea what he's showing us here. But there it is. Now we're on to level 6. Room 1, nothing. Room 2, 10 ogres, 11 hit points each. Room 3, empty, 4 empty, 5 empty, 6 empty. Room 7, 1,000 gold pieces, that's it. Room 8, 5 gems, 6 jewels. Room 9, empty. Room 10, empty. Room 11, armor, shield +1, +2. A scroll with continual light, 4,000 silver pieces. A ring with 3 wishes, and we have 2 wraiths, 13 hit points each. Room 12, 21,000 gold pieces, 36,000 silver pieces. 3 evil priests with 19 hit points, 23 hit points, and 21 hit points. Room 13, 8 gems, 10 jewels. Room 14, 8,000 copper pieces. A throne of growth, whatever that means. And a hydra with 7 heads, 21 hit points. Room 15, empty. Room 16, empty. Room 17, empty. Room 18, empty. Room 19, a burial vault. 5 jewels, 2 gems, 13 giant weasels, 39 hit points each. Room 20, 8,000 copper pieces, 3,000 gold pieces, and 1 mummy with 21 hit points. Room 21, 7,000 silver pieces, and 2 specters with 24 hit points each. Room 22, 7,000 silver pieces, and 4 cockatrices, 22 hit points each. The little birds are just hanging out down here, waiting for you. 23, 7,000 silver pieces. That's the ghost room. Has 10,000 gold pieces, 4 gems, 6 jewels, and 8 specters with 20 hit points each. Random monsters on this level, 3 giant beetles for 27 hit points each, 1 hydra with 13 hit points, 1 evil priest with 13 hit points, or 4 manticores with 22 hit points each. Level 7. Room 1, 4,000 gold pieces. Room 2, a sword and a helmet. It's blue in parentheses 50, whatever that means. Room 3, 500 something unknown, and this is protection points, 500 protection points, whatever that means, and with 250 dwarves, living quarters. Room 4, empty. Room 5, empty. Room 6, empty. Room 7, 6,000 gold pieces, 300 protection points, and 4 true trolls. Room 8, 6,000 gold pieces, and that's it. Room 9, 2,000 gold pieces, 450 protection points, with 6 balrogs and a dagger, parentheses 50, whatever that means. Room 10, 2,000 gold pieces, 200 protection points, and 10 werewolves in a den, parentheses 75, whatever that means. Room 11, nothing. Room 12, 200 protection point, 40 goblins, 2 swords, parentheses 40. It says in his header that it's parentheses is magic, but it's unclear what the magic is. Room 13, nothing. Room 14, nothing. Room 15, 2,000 gold pieces, 200 protection points, double strength fire elemental with a shield and 25 magic points. 16 is empty. 17, 3,000 gold pieces, 150 protection points, 10 ogres. Room 18 is 6,000 gold pieces. That's it. Room 19, 300 protection points, 200 ghouls, 2 arrows, 2 gloves, parentheses 50 for the magic. Room 20, empty. Room 21, empty. Room 22, 500 protection points, 33 trolls, 1/10, not sure what that means, and parentheses 10 for the magic. Again, you'll remember that he said the earlier levels were more recent, that he'd been using in conventions, and this higher level, these are old. These are his original notes, so maybe that's a reason why that's sort of a different setup here. All right, level 8. Level 1, empty. Level 2, 1,000 gold pieces, parentheses K, whatever that means, 5 trolls, and 75 for the magic. Room 3, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 4, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 5, empty. Room 6, a magic mace, 7 goblins. The magic is 35. Room 7 is empty. Room 8, 1,500 gold pieces. That's it. Room 9, a giant worm, parentheses, maybe it's his name, Sinak, and the magic here is 150, whatever that is. Room 10, empty. Room 11, 3,000 gold pieces, a Balrog, and the magic level is 75. Room 12, quotations N, we have 10 trolls, and the magic here is 150. 13, room 13, empty. Room 14, empty. Room 15, 3,000 gold pieces, 7 goblins, magic level 35. Room 16, 2 lycanthropes, magic level 40. Room 17, empty. Room 18, 3,000 gold pieces, a lycanthrope, and magic level is 20. Room 19 is empty. Room 20 is empty. 21, 1,000 gold pieces. It says negative 700. No idea really what that's about. Room 22, 2 trolls, magic level is 30. Room 23, room 23, 1,500 gold pieces. Room 24, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 25, 3,000 gold pieces, 2 trolls, magic level 30. Room 26, 3,000 gold pieces. Room 27, nothing. Room 28, 3,000 gold pieces, a Balrog, magic level 75. Room 29, 6,000 gold pieces, 2 lycanthropes, which are lions, and magic level is 40. Room 30, nothing. Room 31, nothing. Room 32, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 33, giant insect, Ciliar, and 50 parentheses 1/3 value, whatever that means. Room 34 has quotation F, a dagger, a shield, 201 goblins, magic level 1005. Room 35, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 36, 2,000 gold pieces. That is it for this level. We don't even have random monsters down here. All right, level 9. And there's a big line through the middle. He labels that the orc tribe's border. And he says black squares are trap doors. Okay. Room 1, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 2, 3 magic arrows and some chainmail. Room 3, empty. Room 4, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 5, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 6, 1,000 gold pieces. Magic Lyciene and 10 goblins. Room 7, empty. Room 8, empty. Room 9, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 10, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 11, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 12, empty. Room 13, chainmail skirt and a Balrog who is wearing the chainmail skirt. Room 14, empty. 15, empty. 16, a shield and 1 lycanthrope on the shield. So I don't really understand what that means. Room 17, empty. Room 18, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 19, empty. 20, empty. 21, empty. Room 22, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 23, empty. Room 24, 5,000 gold pieces. Room 25, empty. Room 26, air elemental, wasp, whatever that means, magic level 150. Room 27, empty. Room 28, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 29, 7 magic arrows and quotation man-eating seaweed, whatever that means, magic level 150. Let's see, room 30, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 31, quotation C, 1 troll with sword. Room 32, shield, 1 ghoul with shield. Room 33 is empty. Room 34, 2,000 gold pieces. Room 35, empty. Room 36, empty. Room 37, empty. Room 38, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 39, 1,000 gold pieces. 40, empty. 41, empty. 42, 1,000 gold pieces. Quotation E, 1 true troll. Room 43, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 44, empty. Room 45, 1,000 gold pieces. Quotation marks A, and 1 ogre. Room 46, empty. Room 47, empty. Room 48, 1,000 gold pieces. Room 49, empty. Room 50, 1,000 gold pieces. Hang in there, we're almost done. Here is level 10. It is gigantic, as you can see. All kinds of places you can wander around. A true mapping nightmare. But in the end, not a lot of actual encounters. So this would be, I think, candidly, horribly painful as a player, as you just wander around, lost probably, desperately trying to find your way out of here. But in any event, here we go. Room number 1, 4,000 gold pieces, 9 trolls. Room number 2, empty. Room number 3, 1,200 gold pieces and a Balrog. Room 4, 4,800 gold pieces and 2 whites. Room 5, empty. Room 6, empty. Room 7, 2 water elementals. Room 8, 3,000 gold pieces, 10 goblins. 10 goblins just hanging out on level 10. It seems way underpowered, but there we go. Room 9, 60 ogres. All hanging out there together. Room 10, empty. Room 11, 700 gold pieces, 13 goblins. Room 12, a true troll. Room 13, empty. Room 14, empty. Room 15, 6,000 gold pieces, an earth elemental. Parentheses, super rock times 8. I don't know what that means. Room 16, empty. Room 17, 3,000 gold pieces and a giant. Room 18, empty. Room 19, a true troll. Room 20, empty. Room 21, 150 orcs. Room 22, 12 rocks, like the giant flying birds, all hanging out somewhere under the earth, unable to fly. Room 23, empty. Room 24, empty. Room 25, 2,400 gold pieces. Room 26, empty. And then he has this thing called the Glendower dungeon. And there's not much here, but I'll share the notes. So like level 1, rooms 1 through 7 are empty. 8 has 2,400 gold pieces. 9 has 80 points. 10 has 180 points, whatever that means. 11 has 6,000 gold pieces. 12, 13 are empty. 14 has 1,800 gold pieces, and room 15 is empty. You get to level 2, you have 1,000 gold pieces and a dragon egg and 40 points. In encounter 1, encounter 2 gives you 10 points. Then you go to Glendower, level 3. 1's empty, 2's empty, 3, 5,000 gold pieces and 130 points. Number 4, 120 points. 5, empty. And level 4 is completely empty. So, if you're still sticking around, you really were curious to learn more about Dave Arneson's original dungeon. Here's the thing to keep in mind. Hopefully you're still here. Dave Arneson apparently was a fantastic dungeon master. His players loved it. Those guys are still playing the game. Those who are alive, I think, are still playing the game today, inspired by the magic that David created. And don't forget, right, the game of Dungeons and Dragons only exists because his friends told Gary about it. Gary said, I want to understand this game you're playing. Dave came, right, the story is to Lake Geneva, and ran his dungeon and let Gary and his friends go into his dungeon. And they were amazed at how much fun it was, and wanted to turn that into a game. As like, this game is so much fun, we need to create like written rules, and so we can sell this because everybody else is going to want to have as much fun as we are. And so clearly, even though I made some comments about, like, I don't understand his notes, the descriptions there are not anything like what we'd be used to today. Dave Arneson clearly held magic in a bottle and was an amazing dungeon master that could take those notes and everything that was in his brain and turn that into amazing fun that inspired Gary Gygax to spend months, I think, total, like, coming up with concepts and writing the rules and publishing this game and and bringing it to for sale to the public. So again, from these beginnings, what little scrap we can get here came something amazing that we all know and love. And so hopefully you all, if you stuck through what probably was a fairly painful explanation of what was in those dungeon levels, you have a little bit of insight into the way Dave thought and the way he'd populate his dungeons, which is vastly different, I think, from what we do today. And nonetheless, it just shows you how much fun he must have brought to the game through his skill as a dungeon master. And that's our look in depth at the Blackmoor Dungeon. I'm going to do a few more of these which I think will actually be a little bit more interesting, candidly, to listen to than just having me explain the dungeon. We're going to look at some of the different rules that they used in particular. I think that's going to be something really people will enjoy. Hope you did enjoy today's video. I hope you enjoy our channel. And please, if you have friends who might enjoy it, send them our way. Let them be subscribers as well. Have a great rest of your day. And until next time, my friends, keep rolling 20s.